Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more My Hero Academia. This is Season 2, Episode 9, and this time we have Bakugo versus Uraraka. I think I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried for Uraraka. Bakugo can be... his temperament. I'm worried about her because of his temperament, mostly. Hopefully he doesn't go too far, and I'm curious to see if she has any tricks up her sleeve in a one-on-one battle, because I don't think we've seen her in a one-on-one battle before. Like the entrance exam, she just had to touch a bunch of robots, send them up, send them down, and that was easy enough. With Tenya, her and Tenya at the battle training, Deku sent that huge wave of like rocks and concrete just flying up, and she didn't have to take Tenya down, she just had to distract him long enough to touch the missile. And then at the USJ, she was able to touch Kurogiri's neck brace and send him into the air. But that was because he was focused on Tenya. So we'll see how all of that experience translates to a one-on-one battle with Bakugo. And hopefully he doesn't take it too far. But yeah, if you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started.
Guess I'll see you in the finals.
I didn't notice how trembly she was last time. Flick, 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 flick. So if you're seeing this, but you still haven't seen the reaction to this episode yet, that means I had to get rid of it to unblock this video. But you can still watch the reaction in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get on to the discussion. That was such an incredible fight. I was crying like crazy. Uraraka's drive, and it was incredible. I do wonder how much of a chance Uraraka really had against Bakugo, though. Because even if she had touched him and pushed him, we have established that he's excellent at maneuvering in the air. Deku even says he can use Blast from Explosion to do that. Granted, he isn't used to doing it while his body feels nothing from the pull of gravity, but he has insane reaction time and already flies around quite a bit, so I think it's possible that he could figure it out pretty quickly unless she forced him out another way. I guess ideally the rocks crashing down would have hurt him enough that he'd be temporarily stunned and Uraraka could send him out of bounds before he could recover. It does feel like she needs a better way to do damage, though. Her strategy relies completely on her quirk, and yeah, as if she can't get it to work, she can't get anything done, essentially, and you need to get super close to be able to do it. So I don't know how she would fare against heroes or villains with long-range quirks. Obviously, if there were more things around, she could lift them up and throw them, but if it's a level playing field, that makes it very difficult for her. Her strategy was as good as it could have been, though, given their current power levels. She stayed low and constantly attacked without stopping so that Bakugo wouldn't even notice what was happening. That was an A-plus strategy, and the fact that there was so much dust kicked up from the rubble worked in her favor, too. Not only to use as cover and to sneak up on Bakugo, but also to touch all the rubble that was being blown away from the arena and send it up into the air. I just don't know how everyone in the stands didn't see it coming. Didn't see the rocks just floating up in the air. I'm glad they didn't, though, because otherwise they might have given it away earlier and Bakugo would have found another way to attack. But yeah, Bakugo was ruthless with her, which is necessary because he viewed her as a genuine threat. Maybe he knew he wouldn't have full control with his flight path if she touched him. But it was rough seeing how much damage he was doing to her, just blowing her away with each explosion. The guy in the stands was... People were getting restless because they thought he was picking on her, when in reality he was taking her seriously, doing whatever he could to keep her at bay. And, yeah. Honestly, as much as I was sure Bakugo would win, Uraraka's desperation and the reveal of the rocks in the air almost made me believe for a second that she was going to be able to grab a win. But he was able to freaking blow all the rocks away with one shot. Just absolutely ridiculous. But maybe that was all the rocks that she could have handled without becoming just so weak. But if there were more rocks, it's possible that he might not have been able to destroy them all. But his arms were shaking afterwards. So he might actually have been near his limit. We'll never know just how close he was, how close Uraraka was to maybe grasping a victory. And super emotional seeing her plan fail, and yet she still got up and tried to continue fighting. But she was too exhausted, and it felt like it probably was a combination of Bakugo sending explosions at her all the time, and also her using her quirk to her limit. And Bakugo was ready to go again, but she just fell to the ground. And even on the ground, she kept crawling steps, kept wanting to continue to fight. Oh man, I love Uraraka. She's such a great character. Man, that battle is gonna stick with me for a long time. It's actually funny because last time Mineta wanted Aoma to blast Mina Ashido's clothes off, but Bakugo's quirk is actually much better designed for blowing away clothes. Glad Mineta didn't say anything this time. It would have really messed with the tone of the episode. But speaking of which, her clothes seem like they're super resilient. Like the jacket she took off was directly exploded, but still almost perfectly intact, and like the clothes she was wearing, nothing ripped. So impressive fabric by UA, or the people who are designing it. But yeah, after the battle, Bakugo comes across Deku and accuses him of coming up with that annoying plan. I'm so glad it was all Uraraka's plan. It was all her. Yeah, it was honestly better than anything Deku could have come up with. And so, yeah, I like the fact that Uraraka is getting her proper respect for that intense battle they fought. I honestly can't wait until the second year UA Sports Festival and maybe see some rematches or even different fights. Maybe we'll see a rematch against Kirishima and Tetsu. Oh man, that arm wrestling match. Kirishima wins and moves on. Didn't realize Tetsu could crack. But yeah, anyway, that fight between Uraraka and Bakugo still had so much emotional weight afterwards. She was hiding her feelings in the waiting room. Deku came in to get ready for his fight with Todoroki, and she was just like, "Oh man, that Bakugo is so strong." Oh, God damn it. Super cute, but she's hiding her feelings. I hope one day she feels like she could. I hope one day she can feel like she can be more open around Deku and let him know when she's hurting, and he can be there for her, as opposed to this time where she's there for him despite having just lost. I mean, he had to have known what she was going through too. And that call with her father was heartbreaking. This little girl just wants to help her family out so much. And she thinks she did a horrible job. She showed what she was made of there, and I hope people take notice. And yeah. Would have been nice to see her fight against some other characters as well. Yeah, would have been fun. Deku runs into Endeavor on his way to fight Shoto. That's going to be a huge battle next time. Stands up for Shoto on behalf of him, saying that he's not All Might and he's not Endeavor. He's his own person. So yeah, Deku talking to the number 2 hero, standing up to him. Deku, I really enjoy that Deku does what's right no matter what. But yeah, this next fight feels like it's going to be a doozy. I don't know how Deku will handle it, because he's got 8 fingers he can flick, and then he'll have to rely on his like regular strength, which, I mean, last time he threw, I forgot his name already, the guy who can control people once you reply to him, he threw him with the broken fingers, but if you break all fingers, I don't know how you're gonna fight Todoroki. Can he kick? I don't think we've ever seen Deku throw out a kick before. I did predict that Todoroki would win, and I thought it would be a pretty big win. I think he would destroy Deku possibly, unless Deku just wants to like 100% like send out 100% smash at some point. But yeah, still think that Todoroki will win. All he has to do is like stay back and use ice until Deku breaks his fingers, or maybe even breaks his arm. Maybe if Deku uses his arms and his limbs, he might have a better shot, but I don't see a way for Deku to pull it off. But yeah, maybe Deku has some tricks up his sleeve, like in the obstacle course, just blowing everybody up, blowing up Bakugo and Todoroki to get first place. Anyway, this episode is a 9.75. Not quite a 10, but it is close. Such an emotional episode. I was crying super hard. Episodes like these are what make me love this show so much. Just love crying over these little children doing such a good job. Alright, thanks for watching. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. We are 1 week ahead over on Patreon. Full reactions are there as well. You can check that out in the link in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.